I stay at my boss's house every night. This is a very big secret. My name is Maya. I am 24 years old. I work in a large office in the city. My boss is Mr. Harrison. He is the owner of the company. Everyone at work is scared of him. He is a very serious man. He wears expensive suits and speaks with a very loud voice. When he enters a room, everyone stops talking and looks at their screens. They work very hard because they do not want to make a mistake. But I know a different Mr. Harrison. Every day at 5 o'clock, the workday ends. My coworkers pack their bags and talk about their plans. One says she is going to the mall. Another says he is meeting his friends for dinner. They look at me and ask, "Maya, where are you going?" I always smile and say the same thing, "I am just going home. I am tired." They think I have a normal life. They think I go to a small apartment and sleep alone. They are wrong. I wait in the lobby until everyone is gone. Then, a silver car pulls up. It is Mr. Harrison's car. I get inside. Mr. Harrison is driving. He looks at me and smiles a kind smile. He is not the scary boss now. "Hello, Maya," he says. "Did you have a good day?" I tell him it was a good day. We drive to a big house in a quiet part of town. We cook dinner and eat together. At night, I sleep in his house. I know what you are thinking. You think I am his girlfriend. No, that is not true. He is 60 years old. He is old enough to be my father. So why do I live in his house? This is my story. It is a story about being poor and a story about kindness. 2 years ago, I came to this city from a small village. My village is very far away. There are no big buildings there. Everyone is a farmer. My parents are poor, and I wanted to help them. I wanted to work in an office and wear nice clothes. I told my parents, "I will go to the city and make money for you." My mother cried and told me to be careful. I found a job at Mr. Harrison's company as an assistant. The pay was low, but I was happy. I found a small, dark apartment. Every month, I kept only a little money for food and sent the rest to my parents. I told them I was doing great, but that was a lie. I was lonely, and Mr. Harrison was scary. He didn't even know my name. Then, my sister called me crying. She said my father was very sick and needed an expensive operation. It cost thousands of dollars. I had no money. I went to the bank, but they said no. I had to choose, pay my rent or save my father. It was not a hard choice. I sent all my money to my family. My father had the operation and was okay. They called me an angel, but I had $0 left. The landlord kicked me out because I couldn't pay the rent. I was homeless. I was too ashamed to tell anyone. I had an old car, so I started living in it. I parked on quiet streets and slept in the back seat. It was very cold. In the mornings, I went to a gas station to wash my face and put on my office clothes. I smiled in the mirror and told myself, "You can do this. Nobody knows." At work, I was very hungry. I had no money for lunch. When my friends asked if I wanted to eat, I said I had a big breakfast. That was a lie. I only drank water. This went on for 2 months. It was winter, and my car felt like a freezer. I was tired and lost a lot of weight. One day at the office, I felt dizzy. The room spun, and I fell to the floor. When I opened my eyes, I was on the sofa in Mr. Harrison's office. He looked worried. He asked me when I last ate. I couldn't lie anymore. I started to cry and told him everything. I told him I had no money and that I lived in my car. Mr. Harrison looked shocked and angry. I was scared he would fire me. But he said, "I am angry at myself. I did not know you were suffering." He told me to get my things. He took me to his house. He said, "I have many rooms and I live alone. You cannot sleep in a car. You will stay here until you save money. That is an order." He told me he had a daughter who lived far away, and he hoped someone would help her if she was in trouble. That night, I had a hot shower and a warm bed. I felt safe for the first time in months. Now, 6 months have passed. At the office, we are professional. But at home, we are friends. I cook for him, and we talk. He teaches me about business and gives me books to read. He has a dog that I walk in the garden. He is like a father to me. But people at work started to gossip. A girl named Sarah was jealous. She saw me in his car and told everyone we were dating. She said it wasn't fair. I felt sick and ashamed. I told Mr. Harrison I should move out, but he told me not to let foolish people change my life. The next day, there was a meeting. Mr. Harrison announced that I was the new manager because I worked hard and he trusted me. Sarah stood up and shouted, "Is this fair? We know she lives with you." The room went quiet. Mr. Harrison calmly said, "Yes, she lives in my guest room. Do you want to know why?" He told everyone the truth, about my father, the money, and the car. He told them how hard I worked while I was hungry. Everyone was silent. Sarah looked at the floor and said she was sorry. My coworkers didn't look at me with hate anymore. They saw I was strong. I still live there for now, but soon I will have enough money for my own house. I will miss Mr. Harrison and the dog, but we will always be friends. I learned that even in the darkest times, there is hope. I am Maya, and I am proud of my story. Keep going. You can do this.